Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to, well, another wrestling video. We don't have very many of those on the channel. Do one kind of occasionally, and this is definitely a bit of a different one. So this would be, I had actually traveled this past weekend to Toronto to see WWE Money in the Bank along with Friday Night SmackDown as well as NXT Heatwave. And so this was a bit of a different experience for me because I've never actually traveled for a wrestling show. I've just kind of seen like a Raw or a SmackDown or a live event or even like AEW Dynamite in Winnipeg, which is of course where I live. But I've never traveled for this, and I've never seen a pay-per-view live. I've watched them throughout the course of my entire life on TV. Have never been fortunate enough to be able to get it done. And so this was kind of something that me and my buddy, we saw this opportunity when them coming to Toronto being like, we can maybe finally do this. And so we're like, yeah, let's do it. And so we ventured out to Toronto. Our flight left, I think, Thursday. I literally just got back only a few hours now after I'm now recording this. This was recorded around 8:30 Central Time on Monday, July 8th, but this should be being posted the next day. And so, yeah, this is a trip of many, many firsts. And that first would actually start before even SmackDown goes live. Two things. Number one, I've never been to Scotiabank Arena. It was really neat to see that. I've seen a Jays game at the Sky Dome. Really cool venue with the CN Tower right next to it. Absolutely beautiful. But I've never seen anything at Scotiabank Arena. So, of course, home to the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Toronto Raptors. It was really cool to see that venue. I love seeing all the different venues of different where different NHL teams and NBA teams play, and it was really really neat. One thing that did kind of suck a little bit was that they were in the middle of renovation, so literally half of it was torn out. So you're probably seeing maybe some footage of that, and also just bits of the inside. If you start seeing footage of NXT Heatwave, it's actually just because I have way more footage from that night, because that's kind of when I then decided how I was going to structure this video. So unfortunately, I don't have as much footage of Money in the Bank and SmackDown, but there's tons of it that we've actually posted separately as YouTube shorts, as well as CM Punk screwing over Drew McIntyre, but we will get into that. But you guys can check all that stuff out. You guys have been very supportive. Those videos have done well, so thank you guys for that. But yeah, I got to see WWE Speed before SmackDown, and that I believe was between Angelo Dawkins and Baron Corbin. And that was a fun match. Essentially, for those who are not aware, WWE Speed, about 3-minute matches. They're posted onto Twitter, and the idea is to really, you got 3 minutes to get through it and get a winner. And so, to me, I actually really, really like it in the sense of that one of the biggest problems wrestling can have is when it gets slow and dragged out. And so the whole concept of WWE Speed really avoids that. The only thing that sucks is that if the WWE Speed champion is on regular programming, he doesn't hold the Speed title, which, again, it kind of goes back to just the way that they record these and post them. But it just kind of sucks because it's just the second a guy wins, it's a tournament then for whoever's going to be the next number one contender, and then they get the title. So you never actually see the guy wearing the title anywhere. So hopefully they're able to figure that out. But yeah, no, so kind of going into SmackDown, we got to see a few guys I've never seen before. I've seen Cody Rhodes, is very fortunate in that regard. I've seen Jey Uso, but not as main event Jey Uso, so it was nice seeing him just because he's been so over. And then I've never seen LA Knight before. If I have, it was definitely before. I might have seen him actually with the as like Max Dupree or whatever the hell his thing was with the Maxim mailbox. That stuff was terrible. I think I might have seen him with that, but never as LA Knight that he is now. And so it was really, really cool to see that and get to see the pop he got. It was awesome seeing Chad Gable of the Alpha Academy. I've seen him as Alpha Academy before. Never seen him as like, it's funny. I've seen them as heels when the Alpha Academy was heels earlier, but not the Perk Gable run that he's on now, which is just being very, very entertaining. They added all the fans now doing the bit of the "You Suck" Kurt Angle chant in there. That was a lot of fun. I saw Jade Cargill, which was interesting for me because I remember seeing Jade Cargill in AEW when she was on her crazy TBS run of a billion wins, and none of them were interesting to watch. But except for she was able to wrestle Taya Valkyrie a little bit. She had made her debut in AEW in Winnipeg but that never really went anywhere. It was neat to see her in WWE and just see the big contrast. Her being paired with Bianca Belair was just a great idea. Got to see Randy Orton. I have never seen Randy Orton. We've seen Brock Lesnar in Winnipeg. We've seen Chris Jericho. We've seen The Miz. We've seen tons of guys. Orton has just never been on the card for those. We've seen Sheamus, McIntyre, never seen Orton. So it was lovely to see Randy Orton. He's just the coolest guy ever. That's literally it. And so it was lovely to see him. And overall, SmackDown, it's funny. It was a pretty generic episode of SmackDown, but there was enough stuff that I had not seen before, just personally live, to really be enjoyable for me. So I really enjoyed that. So, but then the next day was the big one. The reason we were here, WWE Money in the Bank. Now, I know a lot of people are very, very mixed in this pay-per-view. A lot of people saying this is the worst of the Triple H era. I understand. I get it. The thing is, as someone who attended it, and with this pay-per-view now will always be so special in my heart for the fact that I was able to go to it. I will always look at it very highly. And honestly, I had an absolute blast at this pay-per-view. And so it was actually really cool, even before the start of, before the pay-per-view had went, like before the actual matches had started, there was obviously the pre-show. So right where I was lined up in Scotiabank Arena, I was going down the staircase, and we actually passed the kickoff panel where there was Wade Barrett and Big E and Michael Cole. It was nice actually seeing them. Got a really good shot of that. So that was cool to see, just kind of before they went live. But then another thing that was really, really interesting is right near the start of the show, they would start with the men's ladder match, and the tunnel right where our seats were was actually the tunnel that Jey Uso was going to come out from. And so I got right up to the top of the tunnel and got just an absolutely killer view of his entrance. I had posted it separately, but I'll post it again in this video. So actually, before I get too far into Money in the Bank, here are the clips that I have that you guys can fully check out from WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Sorry, I was a little late queuing that in, but there was a lot of good stuff there. I hope you guys did enjoy that. But we're going to have a lot more coming up here because, my goodness, Money in the Bank, again, started with the men's ladder match, and it started off with a bang. Lots and lots of good spots here. Guys getting power bombed off the ladders. I was literally waiting for the ladder bridge to happen just because I love those spots to death. And I think this is a great example of both ladder matches cooking. Guys throw it's. I think at one point Carmelo Hayes is trying to grab the briefcase, and I think McIntyre throws a ladder at his head or something like that. And so just awesome stuff. I can't remember the name of the move. I think it was sunset flip powerbomb. Andrade hits it on Carmelo Hayes on the ladder bridge, and that was it was so cool seeing that live. The full belly to belly suplex from Gable over the top rope onto the ladder bridge outside. Actually, at one point, really cool spot. Chad Gable suplexes a ladder to then hit the ladder onto a guy's back. It might have actually been Carmelo Hayes. It seemed like he was taking a lot of bumps. And to be fair, that was kind of his role in this match. And it's funny because a lot of people will be really, really frustrated because Drew McIntyre would win it. And it's funny because the ladder match went on first. At that point, I'm like, I think Drew's winning, and I think Drew's cashing in tonight because they want to start off the show big. But then also, if Drew's going to be wrestling 2 matches in a night, you want to have that first one happen early so that way he has a little bit of time to rest. Just because it's hard to do more than one match a night. And so it being on first made me suspicious. I wouldn't say that I out there and was like, oh yeah, this is for sure happening. I just was very suspicious. And of course we would learn how that goes. So McIntyre, Mr. Money in the Bank, didn't last probably as long as he'd hoped. Now, before we get into the next match, we would actually be surprised as John Cena was here. Trish Stratus comes out, the host of Money in the Bank in her hometown of Toronto. And she introduces John Cena, who comes out to actually say that 2025 is going to be his retirement year and is going to be the last year that he's going to be wrestling. It was really cool for me to see Cena. I've never seen Cena live. I grew up watching a lot of the PG era. I only got a little glimpse of the Ruthless Aggression era in my early days as a young wee lad. So John Cena, of course, dominated my television for a decade, seemingly. And he's just, it was really cool to see a living legend in front of me. Right when he's essentially about to go on his last run. So it was special to see Cena. I've actually really started to enjoy his stuff now going into Hollywood. But I've always enjoyed him as a wrestler. The next match on the card here would actually be there'd be the IC title match between Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. I think that technically happened earlier, but I forgot to talk about it. Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn. That was a fun match. All in all, should have taken more than one haluva kick to put Braun Breaker down. So I understand people thinking that Breaker got buried a little bit. I kind of get it. But overall, Sami retaining, I don't think is a terrible decision. As remember, he did beat Gunther, so he shouldn't go down easily. But the next match would then be the Damian Priest versus Seth Rollins match. Bit of a production blunder here on WWE, as Drew McIntyre's music is supposed to hit, and Damian Priest is supposed to kick out. Damian Priest doesn't kick out. music doesn't hit till a few seconds later. WWE official Rod Zapata makes absolutely the right decision to not count the 3. Now, normally I would say the ref should always count to 3. And if the wrestler doesn't get up, that's his fault. But because there was so much riding on this, in the sense of that if he counts to 3, that means when McIntyre cashes in, it's a one-on-one match for the world title, which means that CM Punk's interference then is deemed illegal. So they would have to call a bit of an audible and have a distract the ref kind of moment. But with the kind of beatdown that Punk was about to give him, that just would not have worked. So it was really, really cool to be able to see Punk live. And again, never seen Punk either. So see him live and see him in such a notable role during what has been an incredible feud between him and Drew McIntyre. So that was just awesome. He literally beats the piss out of him with a steel chair. And that was just lots and lots of fun to watch. And so that's when we would get the women's ladder match, which match of the night. Tiffany Stratton would win this and definitely one of the favorites. It was either going to be Tiffany Stratton or Chelsea Green in my eyes. And it was really, really fun to watch. She would have her moonsault out, or I can't remember if it was a moonsault or if she just jumps forward, does a dive outside the ring from the top rope. And that was a lot of fun to watch. Can't remember who it was. Does like their legs are stuck in the ladder and they do a suplex on someone who's standing up, and that was really cool. Naomi doing the splits and still pulling out like a DDT was really, really neat. Lots of good spots. Just people falling on ladders left, right, and center. Zoe Stark and Lyra Valkyrie really, Stark got dropped on her head and Lyra Valkyrie missed the ladder and just caught it with her elbow, and it looked like that really hurt. And lots of fun stuff there. That big spot from the top, though, Zoe Stark literally landing on her head with Io Sky on the ladder bridge there was just such a cool spot. And then, of course, Chelsea Green being betrayed at the end of the match and plummets down into the tables below. A lot of people were surprised to see her do that. I wasn't. I've seen a few of the things that she's done before in some of the indie promotions outside of WWE, and it does not surprise me that she decided to bring that back. And that's when we get the main event of the night, which was Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton versus the Bloodline. Of course, this was Solo Sikoa with Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu. I can't remember exactly which one of I know it wasn't Jacob Fatu. I can't remember which one of the Loas was, or Tongas or whatever the hell, was the one on the sidelines. I get confused by them pretty easily, but they were, it was a lot of fun seeing them. It was a overall good match, good main event, and was a fun time with even, I'll have a clip of it here, but of Jacob Fatu, his leg just completely kicking a WWE staff right in the head accidentally. You can tell that she has no idea that he's coming. So here are all the clips from WWE Money in the Bank 2024.
DQ. He can do whatever the hell he wants. Oh my God.
No way he's going to retain.
No way. Steve Rick's going to retain.
Making her way to the ring from Prairie, Minnesota, Tiffany Stratton. And their opponents, first from Maryville, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 242 pounds, Kevin
Nobody gave her the script.
So as you can see, lots and lots of good stuff there. And so at this point, there's only one thing left in, for the weekend, which is NXT Heatwave. Again, the last time I saw NXT was the black and gold. It was back in 2017 in a small auditorium in Minneapolis. So this was a massive change in terms of how big NXT has gotten since then, despite the fact that I'd argue the product is either, around the same or maybe even slightly worse. And that's not saying anything about NXT. It's just because old school NXT's roster was just ridiculous. It was better than the main roster at times. And so this would be a really, really fun event. And we would actually start the night with, there would be a match on the pre-show, which would be decent. I believe it was a women's tag match, and the two hometown girls from Toronto would win that, and it was a lot of fun. And then we would have Obafemi versus Wesley, where Wesley with an incredible selling job. This is, again, where you can tell that he's learned so much from Shawn Michaels. As Obafemi literally throws Wesley in the air, and he does like a full helicopter spin before falling to the ground. Obafemi, absolute monster. It's something where it's so exciting when you see these guys in NXT, and then eventually years later you look back at them and you're like, man, they're like big stars now. Like, it's crazy. I saw them kind of when they're on the rise up. So that match was killer. Obafemi would then retain his North American title. They would then have the match for the women's North American Championship, and these two do a really good job. Sol Ruca with one of the coolest finishers out there. We don't see it, but it was a pretty good match. And not much to say, but I'm going to have some footage of some of these matches here playing overall, over top of everything. I don't want to go too long, but like every match on this NXT Heatwave was a lot of fun, and that would even extend into the next tag match between, I can't remember, there was Axiom and I want to say Frazier or something. I think it was Nathan Frazier, I believe was his name, against Chase U. That was a lot of fun to see. And it's funny because at the start of the match, it seemed like, okay, like, this is a good match, but the other two matches were better. Oh boy, does this match pick up later. We'd even get to see a Canadian Destroyer in there, which is nice just because, if you watch AEW, you see about 10,000 Canadian Destroyers every 5 minutes, but it's a move that's really, really special. And I love how WWE will use it, but will make sure it stays special and not overusing it in that regard. So that was a lot of fun. Overall, that match was really good. Titles would be retained. The next match of that night would be Lola Vice versus Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's title. Not gonna lie, I thought this match would steal the show. I'd actually argue this match is probably the worst match of the night. But even then, worst match of NXT Heatwave was still a great match all in all. And so it was really, really neat seeing those two live. I'd never seen either of them live. I'm a big fan of Roxanne Perez. Surprised that she didn't drop the title here to Lola Vice, so that way she could then move up to the main roster. But my assumption would be simply that they're probably already, she's probably already ready to go up to the main roster, but they just don't have any plans for her, so that's probably why her title reign is going to be a little longer in NXT before she gets the call from Hunter to move to the main roster. And all that would lead us with is would be the main event, which Javon Evans, man, one of the new guys, really, really young. Holy crap, he beats the hell out of his body in this match, and he's just completely awesome. And he just, incredible performance, a great way to get a young talent to go over. And young talent is a bit of an understatement, as he is just full of it, full of talent. Just excellent stuff from Javon Evans. Shawn Spears, obviously with his chairman gimmick, completely going off of him, chair shot to Cody Rhodes in first episode of Dynamite. I kind of love that gimmick from Shawn Spears, so it was really, really nice to see him live. Then got to see Ethan Page, which I've actually met Ethan Page. It was a very funny thing when AEW was in Winnipeg the first time. This was back when Ethan Page was wrestling a little bit on Ring of Honor. They didn't own Ring of Honor at the time. He would eventually, but he was doing a lot of stuff on AEW Dark and Elevation. He just really wasn't getting the TV time, but he's had 4 matches in NXT, and spoiler alert, he wins the NXT title in this match. So 4th match in NXT, he's already world champion. Absolutely crazy. It was cool to see him live. Not gonna lie, still don't like that theme. But then seeing Trick was awesome, and of course, Trick's really, really fun theme song. Whoop that Trick. Awesome stuff. Didn't get to hear all the Booker T ad-libs though. That's something you only get on the TV broadcast, obviously. And man, this match cooked. There was so much going on here. Fatal 4-way match I've always been a fan of, just because with a triple threat, you sometimes get a guy just standing around waiting for a spot. But with a fatal 4-way, you get lots of action. And you can at least break them off into kind of 2 groups of one-on-ones. And so you keep the flow very, very natural, and you don't just have 2 guys wrestling and 1 guy standing there and watching. So I was very, very pleased with that. Man, that spot on the table though, Javon Evans looks like he literally just completely snaps the rib cage. All it made me think of was that moonsault from Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania, and just landing right on the front of his hip on his groin. It looks so painful. And I'm sure it was, my goodness. Lots and lots of good spots here. Javon Evans going flying over the top corner and completely crashing right through the barricade with an awesome finish, with Trick giving a real big knee on 2 different guys and actually knocking out Ethan Page, and Ethan Page falling onto him, and Ethan Page winning the world title essentially while unconscious, seemingly, at least in kayfabe, that is. And that would be the end to what was an incredible main event. One of the best Fatal 4-ways I've ever seen. Definitely the best Fatal 4-way I've ever seen live. And this weekend was an experience. If you guys ever have a chance to go and, buy one of these, because we had bought this as a package. If you guys have the opportunity to really see a few nights kind of in a row like this, I definitely encourage you to do so. It's one of those things where Raw is fun, SmackDown's fun, live events are fun, but this is just kind of something else, and it's not cheap. It isn't. It really is not, but if you can do it at least once, I really, really encourage you to do it if you are a fan of wrestling. And this has just kind of been my experience. I'm sure there are probably many other people who've done the same thing I'm doing that have maybe had the similar experience or have had a different experience. Let me know what you guys thought of SmackDown, Heatwave, Money in the Bank, this video, hell, anything in the comment section down below. Would love to hear it. Thank you guys for tuning in, especially if you made it this far, seriously. So make sure you guys drop a like, hit the subscribe button, maybe even the little notification bell. Kind of helps out the channel a ton. If you guys could do that, that would be lovely. And you guys, take care.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing first, Wesley.
High flare. Oh, it's a good dynamic. It works well.
You want to go there?
That's why Randy Stairs matches are so much fun. Oh, nice! Oh my god! My goodness! Bro just threw him up and he F5'd himself.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Oh my goodness. Just like flying.
I've never seen somebody pull the ring.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. What are we doing here? Oh no! Oh no!
So it happened outside the ring. But Rey Mysterio so he came back to the I know. Yeah, the safety is crazy. How are you gonna do half of these without hurting the other person? So some people.
Oh, they definitely heard
that
this a little bit.
So a lot of the training is safely dropping. And that's the impressive. No, the finisher is. Everything else is like. Let's go, Kesha. Where's the paint?
Huh? Yeah, I can see, of course.
Right on the
I can definitely see us.
zoom in.
Yeah,
Who's trying to start an AEW chant? Those are both AEW guys.
We want tables! We want tables! We want tables! We want tables! We want tables!
We're just gonna get everyone in there. Oh my goodness. What are we doing here? Let's say who wins if that goes to 3? Oh my God! No, 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 no way! Oh my God! 10, 10, 10! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, what are we doing here, boys? Oh boy, here we go. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! Oh, fuck, that looks painful.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Holy shit!
Oh. Oh my God! No, 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 no way! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, what are we doing here, boys? Oh, here comes the call again.
I'm sure we will at some point here.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! Oh, fuck, that looks painful.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Holy shit!
Oh. Oh my God! No, 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 no way! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, what are we doing here, boys? Oh, here comes the call again.
I'm sure we will at some point here.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh my God! Jesus Christ! Oh, fuck, that looks painful.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Holy shit!
Oh.
Take me to the son of a bitch! Take me to him! Come on! Go, 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 go! Fire!